Welcome to another knowledge base by Telco, LLC. Today we're going to be covering the simplified example of a statement of work, not to be confused by the scope of work, which is also an SOW. This is a statement of work in which the scope will be a part of this statement contract. My name is Wayne A. Tellisford, aka DJ Dondi, Mr. Level Up. Let's begin. The statement of work opens with this statement of work, SOW, is entered into as of, and they put the effective date, by and between me Corp, located, you put the address, they're the client, and you Solutions, located, and you put the address, they're the provider, pursuant to the master service agreement dated, and you put the date of the effective master service agreement execution between the parties. You move on to the project title. This will be an implementation of network infrastructure upgrade. Then you move on to the scope of work. Provider shall perform the following service in accordance with the specification outlined below. And these are some suggestions. Assessment of current network infrastructure, design and planning for network upgrades, procurement and installation of all new networking equipment, configuration and testing of the new network setup, user training on the new network system, documentation of the new network infrastructure. Then you move on to your deliverables. Provider shall deliver the following to the client: network assessment report, network upgrade plan and design documents, installed and configured network equipment, test results and documentation, user training materials, network infrastructure documentation. Then we move on to the timeline. The project shall commence on, and then you put the project start date, and is expected to be completed by, and then you put the project end date. Then you can move on to payment. Client shall pay provider a total fee of, and you put X amount of dollars, for the completion of the project to be paid according to the payment schedule outlined in the SOW. Then you move on to your acceptance criteria. Client shall have the opportunity to review and test the deliverables. Acceptance of the deliverables shall be deemed to have occurred upon written approval by the client. Then you can add your change control. Any changes to the scope of work must be agreed upon in writing by both parties and may result in adjustments to the project timeline and fees. Of course, you can put your information, get a little more detailed in the change control. Reach out to your legal department for more meat and potatoes for this line. It's very, very important. Then you move on to the signature execution page. In witness thereof, the parties have executed this statement of work as of the date first above written. Both parties were signed, and it's now executed. So thank you for making it through another simplified version knowledge base by Telco, LLC. The example of this statement of work outlines the specific project deliverables, timeline and payment terms for the implementation of network infrastructure upgrade, project to be executed under the MSA between me Corp and you Solutions. It provides detailed information on the scope of work, project deliverable, timeline, and payment term for this specific engagement. And again, refer to your legal team. Your legal team will add more meat and potatoes to each of these line items. And you can, of course, upon approval, when you are selecting a company, you can add more line items in accordance to the statement of work. Thank you again. My name is Wayne A. Tellisford, DJ Dondi, Mr. Level Up. And here is another KB by Telco presentation.